Let's get started then. In 3, 2, 1. So, hello everybody.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We
My
are
name is
perpetually
Fullest.
trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse?
Hey
Or some kind
Chess.
of punishment?
I'm
I
proud
often
to be
think
able
about
to
the
present
God
to
who
you
blessed
this
us with
video game,
cryptic
Nier
puzzle,
Automata,
and wonder if we'll
aka
ever have the chance
Robot
to kill
Space
him.
Ninjas the video game, aka probably the shortest game in really longathon. Recently awarded Best Narrative 2017 by Game Awards. This video game we get to take on the role of two androids. The cursor's on the timer. 2B and 9S. We're part of a larger conflict between androids and machines, who are part of a larger conflict between humans and aliens. We get to see a whole smorgasbord of different types of combat throughout this speedrun, including shmup, 2D action, 3D action, RPG elements. There are 26 endings, we're only doing one ending though. And regarding spoilers, this is only the speedrun for the very first ending, so it's pretty light on the spoilers overall. We're skipping most of the cutscenes and we're going to be mashing through all the text, so you won't be able to really read any of the major spoilery elements.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
So,
Requesting permission to engage. Permission granted.
just a moment. This game begins with a little bit of shmup. This is not really representative of a majority of the gameplay, but it's how the game starts, so we have to bear with it. So I'm taking some intentional damage here because these recoveries kind of get in the way of menuing later.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting
Yep,
permission
the
to
real
enter
plot
the
does not
local
really start until ending
Permission
B.
granted.
Ending A is kind of intro to the scene, intro to all the characters, you kind of get to know where you stand. This series has a very convoluted plot, so you're not really ever going to... It would have been an impossible task for them to try and explain all of the story elements in a single playthrough, so to speak. So yeah.
4B.
Yes, this is only ending A. There are other categories ending E, endings A through Z, but this is submitted just for the 1 hour, 50-minute break time between Valkyria Chronicles and the next run. I think it was JSRF.
We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain. Understood.
Yeah. So for about the next minute, we'll still be stuck in the shmup, but we'll get to the real juice, real meat of the run momentarily. How long does A to Z take? Approximately 7.5 hours, or at least that's the world record currently. My last run was 10.5 hours though, so there were a couple of major reroutes since my last run back in August. Alright, that wasn't that bad. So yeah, we're gonna be skipping all the cutscenes like that.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So you're not really gonna be able to see any of the cutscenes. So just right off the bat, you're gonna see that I'm always going to be using this sort of combat here. Oh my god. Where I'm throwing the sword out in front of 2B. The The reason for that is, it just so happens that this form of damage is kind of glitched. You might notice the enemies are dying very quickly. It's because I'm doing damage at 5 times the normal rate. It's kind of bonkers. They just like messed up that particular move.
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Alright, so this is Marks. All of the big bosses in this game are named after philosophers. Or, well, a lot of the machines in this game are named after philosophers. Oops. This part of the battle doesn't really matter. It's all dialogue dependent, so I'm just killing this as I please. Alright. Now we get to some juicy stuff. So, Prologue, people who have played this game will know that Prologue is kind of infamous for not being able to let you save, or it doesn't let you save, and there's a lot of difficult stuff that you have to deal with as you go through this. That right there was Crane Skip. We used some nice movement to skip about 40-45 seconds of gameplay. That entire area down below.
Confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative.
Oops.
Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
And coming up soon, we'll be doing another skip called Bridge Skip. It is the bane of every new speedrunner's existence, because it is quite hard. If you're ever trying to learn this speedrun, don't be discouraged because of the prologue. Prologue is probably the hardest part to learn in any of the entire speedrun. So here's the bridge. Oops, I messed it up already. There's the bridge, and we're good. That skips another like 20 seconds. So, kind of a recurring theme that'll be happening throughout this run is we're doing such and such skip because it saves like 10 seconds, it saves like 20 seconds. Most of the skips in this run save like some time to that effect.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected.
And I messed that up a bit.
Close range
fine.
combat is advised.
I know.
So yeah, that was the factory out of bounds, skips basically all of the factory section. Combat here is not the best at the moment, but we'll make do. Alright. See if we can get this swag. Oh, I missed one. Supposed to get all 4 of those there. Oh boy. So I'm kind of treating all this damage as whatever. All of the recoveries and stuff that I'm using here doesn't actually matter, because if you've played through the game you'll know at the end of Prologue, 2B and 9S explode themselves, so you lose all the items and you actually lose this large weapon that 2B is also using.
There should be another facility across
Yeah.
that bridge.
Oh, just you wait. This speedrun's got a lot of really cool clips and stuff.
It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Alright, so this is, we fought Marks earlier. This is Marks 2, because we're gonna be fighting
Doesn't matter. I'll
2
just
of
take
them. But don't mind the name, he's actually twice as easy too. Because we only need to take him down to half HP. And it turns out that those two Marxes that we fought can actually just be the arms of Engels. That's this big dude. He's pretty fierce. So in this fight, hopefully I'll get to kind of showcase it. There's a technique that we use called pod slow-mo. Whenever you're using the pod program, that is the laser, while you're holding the button down, at least for a little while, okay, we got to do it. It slows down time for everyone except for 2B. So normally I'd only have time to do one attack, but slow-mo lets me do 2. It's pretty nice. And we'll use it kind of here and there throughout the rest of the run. Yep.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy.
Okay, and that's a clap.
Right.
So the attack that Engels chooses to do here is the only real RNG throughout this entire prologue segment. One attack will lose you up to 23 seconds.
Alert. Incoming
Uh,
enemy
but-
attack from below.
We got a pretty good one. This one only loses 3 seconds. And we're just gonna kind of do a casual out of bounds over here. We're not normally allowed to get onto the pipes over here, but if you jump out while he's breaking the bridge, you can. And Engels is only capable of hitting the pavement on the bridge here. He's not able to actually come and try and hit us, so we just kind of chill. He can do what he wants. Yes, the right pipe. I am so excited for Bayonetta 3. I got Bayonetta 1 and 2 for Wii U, and I'm excited to see it come to the Switch too, but
Hacking in.
oh man, Bayonetta 3, please, it can't come soon enough.
9S!
9S black box signal detected. No response to
So we're going to be doing a minor skip here. Oops. That was a bit weird. Alright, let's see if we can get this. He dodged?
I have to help
Alright.
9S.
Not bad. And this fight is pretty much auto-scroller, just waiting for some dialogue to finish. The only thing that matters is when Engels decides to do his first attack after the dialogue finishes. If he chooses to do an attack that takes a while, like right before the dialogue is finished, then it'll take a bit before he actually starts the next attack, which gets us into the cutscene trigger for the next bit.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
No E ending? Dude, I submitted, alright? I did my due diligence.
The
It just wasn't room, man.
on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod.
And I was considering doing A to Z, but
I told you to shut up!
I am far out of practice with that category, so I didn't feel comfortable submitting that one quite yet. We'll do it next time, yeah?
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it. Seize its control system.
affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit.
So there's a small thing here. We get to take control of Engel's arm, which is Mark's, if you cancel the attack with the dash, you can use it again immediately instead of waiting for the full spin up. And that saves us a couple seconds here. Alright, we're done with prologue. Doing some dash punches here. Reason being, they're faster. But they're only slightly faster than just moving with dashes. So you're talking about that exploding skirt, right? We're about to set that up in just a moment. During that prologue segment, we actually don't have the skirt enabled, but we'll have the skirt enabled in just a moment once we do this configuration bit. 9S will install the module that gives us that ability. And if you've only played this casually, you should know there are very, very many applications for self-destruct. Besides just self-destructing.
Morning.
If you've ever played a fighting game, it basically acts as a cancel with like pretty much any attack or any animation. So it gives us those sorts of advantages. I'll try to point them out when they happen.
Nice.
Huh?
There's
Oh, wait.
Alright, going for a small dialogue skip here. Come with me, 9S. That was a bit slow, but
yeah, I know.
The surface?
so I just used one
That
right
means we'll be
there.
getting flight units,
It
huh?
gives us the
Better
ability
head
to
for the
do
hangar.
another heavy while in midair,
Usually
which
we
gives
can't
us a
get
little
near
bit of
flight units. They're way
ability
too
to move,
expensive for us
get a
grunts.
little extra
Too bad
vertical.
They can't mass produce these things yet.
That's a small one.
A2B, why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
Alright, alright.
If you're thinking of learning the game,
2B,
join the
you're going to have some new
Discord.
weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up
And
instructions
we
for
have
you.
some guides up
Sure to
that
keep them
are kept relatively up to date at least. And yeah, if you've already done those, then it's just a matter of practice. There will come a point where you just gotta go for a run. I think when I first started learning this game, my first run took about 3 hours? Oh god, that's bad. Okay. So this part's a little dangerous because you know how I told you how the end of prologue we explode and leave all our items behind? I don't have any recoveries, if you see at the bottom left of the screen there.
You'll be touching down quite
So
a ways from
I
the
shouldn't have gotten hit as much as I did just
Sorry
now.
for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood. Good luck down there.
Oh, you're already part of the Discord? Yeah, then you just gotta put in some practice, man. It doesn't take very much to like get runs started. It does take quite a bit to get good though. It's a very low barrier of entry, a pretty high skill ceiling. Yes, robots and androids are different. So, in this game,
According to our
androids
intel,
are created
none
by
of the machines
humans
in
to
this
fight
area
on their
are hostile.
behalf,
We've been seeing more
and
more enemies like this lately.
robots are created
Just
by the
stand there
aliens to fight
staring
on
into
their
space.
behalf.
It's pretty weird.
And robots are all the things that we're killing. Yeah, skip learning's pretty tough. There are a couple of tools out there that will like
This is the
teleport you
resistance
to the
group.
locations
We
you
should
need
probably
to
go talk
practice
their
stuff.
leader first thing.
I believe that's also on the speedrun.com resources section, so if you're okay with using cheat engine for your practice, recommend using that too. Skips look harder than they actually are. You just gotta learn, like, the basic movement options that you have first, because the game never really teaches you how to do stuff like lifts and whatever.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
So we're using slow-mo in kind of an auxiliary fashion here, because it slows those guys down and makes them not want to attack, or not able to catch up to me.
Let's get these back to the trader. Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
Alright, so we're just doing some quests here. Oh god, can you go away? That's not good either, though. Of course he dropped something. Oh, got my item here? Nice. So those quest bots are kind of random. I never really know which ones are going to drop me the items I need. So, bit of RNG there.
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Alright. Oops. So we're just doing these quests here, because we have to. Oh boy, so I just upgraded my sword. That unlocks a new form of movement that's slightly faster than what we've been doing. It also looks cooler. It's called what we call dash swinging. It actually turns out to be... So, movement in this game is very interesting. If you played through it casually, you'll know that if you dash and then just kind of let 2B run along, she'll do a sprint thing and she'll become very, very fast. But it turns out that the wind up to that movement takes about 53 seconds worth of the fast sprinting to become worth it. That, and anytime you trip over a small rock or a shrub, you lose your fast movement, so it's pretty bad. Instead we do this. Dash chaining with some swinging. The swings add about 5% extra movement speed over just straight dashing. Nier avocado. Nice. Near our tomatoes. Nice. I don't want you near my tomatoes though. Alright, so we're about to do some more out of bounds after this buy. Oh god, that would have been bad. Oh fuck, that's really bad actually. Good. It's pretty terrible, but I should be okay.
Map data obtained from bunker.
Alright, so we're gonna clip behind this save point right here and do some more out of bounds nonsense.
An accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
I just wasted a lot of money, so I'm gonna have very few recoveries, much fewer than I should have. So the purpose of that out of bounds was simply to save time, actually. We actually needed that because previously we would have just skipped that save point entirely and ridden an animal all the way out here. So here's another one. So I never really got to explain this yet. Whenever we enter a new area for the first time, there's sort of like a cutscene. Not all of them are required though. So the ones that we can skip, we do. So we pick up the trigger right there, then we just kind of sneak past the cutscene from out of bounds. And now we're in the desert.
This sand sure is slippery.
Yeah, Automata's got a lot of references to the original Nier, but you definitely do not need to have played the original Nier to enjoy this game. Alright, so we're in the desert. We get to do some sand surfing. It actually turns out that sand surfing is the fastest form of movement in the game, but there aren't very many places you can do it. So when we get to do it, we do it. Oops, that was a little bad. Alright. So, coming up in just a moment is something we call Stupid Rock. If you haven't realized already, a lot of the skips and stuff in this game will kind of inform you that walls are mere suggestions. They just kind of tell you you should kind of go this way. So, if we go towards a wall, sometimes every out of bounds is the wall pushes us in a certain direction, and sometimes we fool it into pushing us back out of bounds.
Of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to.
Yeah, I think I've heard people say that this game takes place in Greenland or something, but I don't know. So this is the desert housing area, but we're gonna skip the entire desert housing area. So there's an out of bounds right there. Do some weird stuff over here. And that's the Atom Pit to our right. We do have to go grab a trigger though, so we have to go over this way a bit. Alright. And that's the desert housing area. Goodbye, desert housing area. Alright. So...
This.
if you remember, I was talking about the damage exploit early on in the prologue where we're throwing out this sword, right? For a 5 times damage boost. Turns out, if you equip the same sword, even if you equip the same sword rather, on both weapon sets, and throw out a damage exploit, the game will not reclaim the sword back into your hand when you throw out the second one. So we'll actually be able to do something called double damage exploit, where we just basically get like a 9 times damage boost just because we can throw like both of these swords that are doing times 5 damage at any given time. Pretty good. Oh yeah, by the way, that cutscene was, this area was pretty rated R in the beginning, so just don't show your kids. Ow. I can't waste these recoveries, I messed up a little bit of the buys earlier. Alright. So this is Adam. He's the demon spawn of these machines. We're gonna see if we can get this phase skip here. Alright, good. Go. No, what are you doing? Dumbass. Alright. So your companion is sometimes really dumb and will attack even when you don't want him to. So I like to call him 9-ass sometimes. Oh, yeah, by the way, Adam doesn't have any genitals, so... he doesn't have any genitals. He'll put some pants on later, no worries. Next time you see him, he'll have pants on at least. Alright, so we're going to be doing another out of bounds in just a moment, and something we call a save scum.
What the hell just happened?
So you can't see it from here, but if you look at the mini-map at the bottom right, when we enter into... Let me progress a little further. You can kind of see it in the top left corner now. There's like these big white circles that will tell you where you can save from. And it just so happens that the save point that we can get to from here is literally right along the path that we want to get to. So there's an out of bounds right there. And we go out of bounds to avoid a dialogue trigger because the game doesn't let you save while you're in dialogue. And then just save. Load. And we'll respawn back in at that save point that we clipped behind earlier. Yeah, Adam will have pants later, and then he'll eventually get a shirt. Isn't that pretty cool? He'll also start wearing glasses. Sorry, that's probably the last time we're gonna hear Desert Track.
Maybe we should...
No.
Operator to 9S. Data upload complete.
Roger.
It is a good track, though. I actually like the music in this game enough to buy the OST myself, and they only have it import, so it's hard to come across.
Several Yorha units that were on their way to the surface. Their black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signals, so I need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate. End transmission.
I heard something about that back at the Resistance camp.
Target location confirmed. I'm worried about the other androids. We
Alright.
should probably check this
This
out
bit's
as soon
just
as
more
possible. Looks
movement.
like our surface
Oops,
route's been
that's
cut
bad.
off. Maybe we can get through from underground. So 2B, those machines out in the desert look just like androids, right?
Right.
But we androids were modeled after our human creators. So why would machines try to look like us?
There's no point trying to work
Come
out
on, ladder.
unsolvable problems.
Letters are the bane of my existence sometimes. So we're coming up to Amusement Park. There's another intro cutscene to the area, but we'll attempt to skip it. Hopefully we get it off. So, I used that technique earlier, but I didn't really explain it. That's what we call a double lift. If you jump and then very quickly also press a heavy attack, you'll do something called a lift. But you only get one lift every time you jump. So what we do is we go to an elevated piece of ground and touch it as we're doing the very beginning of the lift animation. And what that does is it fools the game into thinking we've touched the ground again, so then we can do a second lift. It also lets us basically do triple jump, when the game only normally lets us have 2 jumps.
Do you really think it's a good idea to
By
leave
the way, that
tank
was a skip.
behind?
If they aren't hostile, fighting them is a waste of time.
That was called Let's Play Skip. We passed by very briefly a little tank in the corner
What's
there,
this?
and normally there's a cutscene here where when you enter it, the tank will ask you to play with him while shooting like balloons and stuff. That costs time, so
Humans sure are
we do that
strange
skip,
creatures.
which saves us about 14 seconds. This whole soundtrack is amazing.
Hey,
Yeah.
2B?
Yes.
People who know me well usually call me Nines, so...
This is how you ride a roller coaster, yes.
I mean, if you want to call me Nines... it's
Humans used to
okay.
ride roller coasters just like this, don't you know? 9S said so.
Oh,
We used to ride it for the purposes of amusement. Actually, no, that was the pod, wasn't it? Alright, gotta be conservative with my heels a bit. Alright, so this is Bovor. Probably my favorite boss in the game. Probably the only boss that I felt, other than Adam and Eve, had any real character.
What the hell?
It's a shame that it's like our first real boss.
Like this.
Oh, I was a little early, wasn't I? I was a little early. That was the zero cycle. A little too fast though. The boss made only for the trailer. You know, you might be right about that.
It's trying to hack us. If we take hacking damage, it'll affect our bodies as well.
Alright.
Are we seriously being attacked with dead androids?
Wait, I don't think... 2B! I'm detecting black box signals. They weren't dead. They've been turned into weapons.
All right. This ends now.
Oh. Does the original Nier play like this game? It absolutely does not. I forget what the name of the studio is that developed the original Nier, but this is very much in Platinum Games' wheelhouse. It plays more like a Bayonetta game than... Oh boy.
I've almost analyzed the enemy's hacking pattern. I'm going to try to hack it back. Keep it busy.
You got it.
Yep, and we're just going ham with that double damage exploit. And we're gonna SD at the end of this boss battle here in order to prep for a death warp. It just so happens to have the side effect of being able to blow off 2B's skirt. There is a real speedrun purpose for this, okay?
So,
What is it?
that machine had some pretty weird things to say, huh? It's almost like it had actual emotion.
The machines don't have feelings. You said that yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Hostiles!
We won't get to see this for very long, and I think this is pretty much the only part of the run where you really get to see this, so enjoy it while you can. That was just to skip that ladder, because that ladder sucks. Ah, well, so you see, you will actually be getting the upskirt achievement essentially later, because it turns out that 2B's slow walking animation is slightly slower than the upskirt animation, so it's actually put into the route. There's a part where like there's unskippable dialogue where 2B has to slow walk, so...
They all have white flags.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
Alright, this save is to set up for the death warp. The way death warps work in this game, and this is the only time we really do it, but every time you save, you're basically uploading all of your data to the bunker, and lore-wise, when you upload data to the bunker, that's essentially your backup data. So next time you die, you just respawn back to wherever the bunker had last got your most recent copy of uploaded data to the bunker, essentially. They have, like, I guess infinite numbers of bodies to just spit out for you, so it doesn't matter that your body's dead. You just gotta... It's all about the brain. Alright, Boar, come. Good. So we'll get to see something really cool here since we got a Boar. Look at this. This Boar is so fast, so cute, and he can drift. Check that out. Boar drifting in 2017. I think that's also supposedly a callback to the original Nier.
Honestly, 2B, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living.
I am definitely not the person to discuss this with.
Did anyone... Oh, the Grun fight? No, we've never found
You leaving would be bad.
a new
for me.
strat for
It would
factory.
affect
Oh,
mission
sick!
efficiency.
That's amazing, Marvels. I'll be sure to check the Discord later.
Are you saying you need me to be?
All Model B combat units require
Oops. And so we hang up on 6-0. Sorry, I know she's got like a big sob story and stuff, but we don't have time to listen to her. We're terrible people, by the way. Oh god. No, don't run away.
What do you think?
Kill me.
Now do you believe we're not a threat?
Agreed. So, yeah, 2V's dead, but we respawned back at the Pascal's village.
Stop. Do not kill.
Okay.
Alright.
What's that noise?
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker.
I'll be honest,
We're
if
reading
you
a
saw the
glowing enemy
SGDQ
inside
run
the
that Half
city.
Coordinated
It
did
looks like there are a ton of
last
other
summer,
machines there with it. All your high units should
everything's
proceed
kind
and
of
engage
blurred
immediately.
together for me, so I honestly don't know what's necessarily new and what isn't compared to back then. Factory skip is definitely new.
2B, Command is deploying new flight units for us. They just
Did I just kill one of the villagers? No, I just gave him a little bit of a love tap. So the way dialogue works in this game is if there's basically like one or two actual tracks that voices can be played on, and if a voice is playing and then you start another voice playing, it will cancel the first voice, for the most part. There are a couple of exceptions that use like the second voice track, but that dialogue with Pascal earlier was not one of them. So if you haven't played this game, remember those two the Angles dude that I fought at the end of Prologue? There's actually two of them now. So, pretty Monka-esque as far as the androids are concerned. But we're only really gonna fight one. And show you that in just a moment. See if I can get this. This is a new strat, I think. Nope, didn't get it. It's fine.
2B, displaying data on
So there's like a wall there, but we can just jump over it and pretend we already destroyed this Angles. The game doesn't care.
Copy that.
Oh my, that face is pretty frightening, 30 cents. And that's just a quick kill. Oh yeah? I love Monka S. Monka S, Monka S. Look at Marvel Sodas. He's got an M and an S in his name. Oh, and you didn't even get to see the double jump. We jump over that wall that way, but you can actually... There's like a hole in the wall. That's what I tried to do first. And you can just walk through it. You can just jump through it. Timing's kind of precise though. So coming up, we're doing something called Skype Glitch. This phone call with the commander here is kind of special. It's not like the other phone calls in the game for some reason. So it turns out, if you cancel this phone call with some other dialogue, like what I was explaining earlier, then the game seems to think that we are perpetually inside a phone call. So all subsequent phone calls throughout the rest of this run will no longer give us that little jingle. Instead, they'll just immediately begin to talk. We won't even have the pop-up with their face, so we don't know that they're like talking to us over the phone or anything. They just kind of like, they're just kind of like ghosts.
What is this place?
I don't know.
Skype glitch is banned to
There's
set
nothing
up
like it in
before the
database.
run, but if you get it during the run, it's accepted. Yeah, so Skype glitch is one of those things, it doesn't clear until you restart the game actually, it's not tied to your save data.
The aliens
So,
you seek are no longer here.
it's banned
They were wiped
for
out
our
centuries
current
ago
rules
by us, the machines.
from being set up before runs, because
And
then
who
that
knows,
just
perhaps
opens the
we'll
can of
wipe out
worms
the
of,
androids
alright, I'm just gonna
next.
set up like
Machines
five
are weapons
different
capable of
glitches before the run.
We can grow. We can become aware.
What the heck?
The intelligence within our
Adam just
network
shot me
begins
from
to
over
surpass
there.
that of our creators. You'd probably be surprised at how quickly it happened.
You destroyed your
Alright,
own creators?
my recovery count is getting kinda low.
About that.
So,
They were simple.
second half's run probably,
Plants, I guess you'd say.
all we need to do was to kill this guy and then just wait it out.
But the humans
But
on the
I'm actually trying to kill this guy pretty quickly because we have a clip now to get out of this area and kill the monster, or kill the robots outside.
uncountable
Come on,
numbers of their
alright.
own kind, and yet loved in equal measure. It's fascinating, don't you think?
Get over here.
What could possibly drive such behavior? We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity.
So we're outside of the arena,
Allow you
and
to
we'll enter the
assist
cave
us.
in just a
You were
moment.
made in their image, after all.
Assist you with what?
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on
And
the
now we're in the
that
cave
prevent
during that
us.
fight. So,
We will then
reason we do this
dissect
is
and
that whole
analyze
fight
them
is just
in
dialogue
order to
dependent.
drag their
We
secrets
can't
forth
actually
into the
like
light.
make it go faster.
Surely you see the
So
attraction
since
in
we
this.
can't make it go faster, we figure, alright, we'll just do more things in the same amount of time.
Can you believe this 2B?
Seems pretty
This
good.
guy's bonkers.
We kill all these dudes,
I suppose
then
this concludes negotiations.
oh boy,
The
I don't know if I'm
only
gonna have time to
remaining
clear the whole
option
caves though.
Is to destroy you. The same way
Alright.
we destroyed those pathetic little aliens.
Alright, everyone's dead. Oh my gosh, that was tight. Oh. So yeah. Then we respawn back here.
Back this way again? What a pain.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
The
drill
operator
head dude
system.
really wanted
We
to
now
just
have
like
an operational transporter
not
in
let
the
me
city
hit him.
limits. We're
It was
attempting to
doing the
deploy them
dance
at
of
other
death.
points as well.
About time we had access to those.
Humans on the
Care to fill
moon.
me in?
Hey
Transporters?
man.
They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary body back in the bunker.
It's not a story point within this ending. Oh. You could say that, yeah. So after we talk to the commander here, we're gonna demonstrate another type of dialogue skip that was found kind of more recently. So in addition to voice dialogue working the way it does, text dialogue also overrides some voice dialogue as well.
Why don't we rest a
So
little bit, 2B?
you walk into a trigger while you're talking to
I'll
9S
rest
like
if I
that,
feel like it.
then cancels the first segment of dialogue there. They actually recorded the dialogue, the voice lines in like multiple sections, so it's pretty rare that skipping a segment of dialogue will actually skip like a large chunk, but there are a couple that we use throughout the run. We'll do another one pretty soon.
No fighting. No fighting.
What?
We
Of course.
pack us
I thought you could
where?
That was interesting. Haven't seen that before. Alright, so we're also going to be selling a bunch of our system chips here, because they take up space and we don't really need them. Oh boy. Go with these. That wasn't as tight as I thought it would be. So we're about to do something called bomb skip. There's a little quest dialogue here that we just don't want to have to listen to this kid whine. Nice. So we do some complex movement to
Say, 2B,
avoid that.
when do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but... Man, this job can be pretty rough sometimes, huh?
We don't get to choose our assignments, and you should work on keeping your opinions in check. Yorha aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
This isn't
I
E.
think some of us are better at that than others.
I'm sorry.
This
It's
must be
the only thing
commercial
we could
structure
fit into the
Pascal was
schedule,
talking
man.
about. The records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
So we're entering into the forest area. And we're gonna do another one of those dialogue skips right here. Walk into this. And the dudes come down immediately.
Who the heck is the Forest King?
You're getting distracted.
Well, what do you expect? I'm a scanner. Check this guy. He's just running away.
Alright, we're gonna equip some chips here. First is the resilience chip, and second is a bunch of crit chips. Resilience is really nice because it makes it so we no longer get knocked back after getting hit, as long as we're 80% HP or above. And crit chips are nice because, unlike how most other games do critical attacks, this game does 500% damage multipliers. This game really likes 5, by the way, for any crit attack. So it'll be noted by any like ka-chunk, like super blast shattering sound. It sounds pretty cool.
Here they come. Better keep your guard up.
I'm aware of how to
Emil the
fight.
best.
You
It's
just
too
be
bad.
careful.
That's the only time we get to see him throughout the run. Or this run at least. He gets to show up a little more in the longer categories. Oh, why would the humans want to
Don't listen to what they're saying, 2B.
send messages to Earth? There isn't really much for them
How
to
are we
do
supposed
here.
to reach that castle?
Oops. So yeah, damage in this game is pretty bonkers. Oof. There's always some frame drop there. We do double damage exploit, which is effectively 2 swords flying out at the same time, always doing a 5 times damage multiplier. And we have crits. Oops, I don't know if that was good. You have crits that do 500 percent damage every time they hit. And we also have Taunt, which I haven't explained yet. So there's this flashlight thing. If I mash it, then things will start turning red, and they'll start taking 50% extra damage. So all of those are multiplicatively stacked. Do a lot of damage. By the way, I'm just like casually doing these 2 skips here and not explaining them at all. This is the Forest Castle skip, and I did the Mario Kart skip earlier. That one, for some reason, the devs decided that they were gonna render some of the out of bounds there and actually make the windows possible to stand on. So, just very convenient that we can step on those windows to kind of just skip the entire castle. That's a pretty old one, but it's such a cool skip. Mario Kart skip was the thing I did earlier where I voided out and
That's
got respawned on the bridge.
android. A Yorha-type android.
Alert. This unit is
So
currently
A2 is taunted
located
now. You can see the red outline there.
recommended.
Annihilation? But why?
Let's go, 9S.
2B?
Oops, okay.
Bunker to 2B and 9X. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive known as A2.
Oops, why'd
What
you go that
in
way?
front of you is your enemy.
But
She deserted us. She's destroyed multiple pursuit androids. Now kill.
Alright, not
Let's
bad.
go after her, 2B.
Oops. So normally we're supposed to go after A2, but we don't feel like it. Because that takes like 2 minutes of unskippable dialogue. So we're just gonna go back. Oops. And the next thing that we need to do to progress the story is talk to Pascal. Normally he'd tell us to come talk to him during that dialogue we just skipped, but since we're speedrunning, we know to just go to him.
Stop. Do not kill.
It'll be faster.
Let's stay sharp and head back to the resistance camp. We should run a check on our consciousness data and resupply.
I forgot to shoot the children. Oh well. Well, 2B's a kind of pencil. I don't know what B2 is.
9S, why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
Thanks, 2B.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it. Oh, alright,
So we're about to enter into Grun, the every speedrunner's least favorite part of the game. It's 12 minutes of really boring, basically auto-scroller shmup, but we get to see one really cool skit before that. So there's a function in this game where if you're out of bounds and the game thinks you've been falling for way too long, it will just respawn you back to where it last thought you were touching ground. So I got that cutscene trigger from underground,
Let's take him
and
out
then
already so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
because I hadn't touched ground yet and I was just falling forever, it just respawned me back up at the top, so I can just come straight to the end of the flooded city area. It's pretty convenient. We'll get to use this again later in the run, and it saves us quite a good chunk of time.
I think that's the last of the machines.
Alright. Here we go. On to Grun. I will stay out of the whole waifu wars kind of argument regarding this game, but I guess the only thing I have to say is A2 best girl. A2, B2. No, we're not getting Pod B. Hello, South. This is a speedrun of just the first arc. There are other categories for speedruns of the entire game. Yep.
We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
So yeah, we're just doing some shmup stuff. nothing really interesting of note here. I suppose the only thing that might be worth mentioning is that so EXP in this game works in a really weird way. I have this partner, 9S, who his level depends on my level. So the amount of damage he does is dependent on how much EXP I get. But the way this game is set up, any kills that he gets, I don't get any experience for. So it's pretty counterintuitive to let him attack anything. But the damage is also just nice in general, so I don't know. Game's weird.
Unit destroyed. Reverting back to area recon.
Wait, I'm picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's
Agreed.
that big, we should be able to see
Understatement of the century. Game is pretty weird. Oops.
Is that a machine?
It's freaking huge.
So one of the really cool things, I guess, very minor thing in this part, is the enemies kind of spawn in random locations, but if I watch where 9S is firing, he's always firing before they spawn in the direction of where they're going to spawn.
2B, Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your
Oh, yes. Hi, I am Fullest, with an underscore. I've been waiting for ages for them to make the Fullest with no underscore available, but alas, it is not meant to be.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Fullest with no underscore, whoever that user was, might have been banned. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh well. Such is life.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
So yep, lots of shmup, lots of autoscroller. Well, I have a feeling that, well, hopefully their data sanitation is better than that, but null might just be a very difficult one to make available in general. I don't know this for a fact, but got a feeling. Oh. Feels bad, no one cycle, isn't bad. So this is one of the few parts in this entire fight that actually I can lose a significant chunk of time on. Experience. Good, I got the kill.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated.
I want to get those cycles, those side cores in one cycle, but sometimes I'm not good enough or whatever, so just doesn't happen.
It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ.
Canaris in the chat, by the way, is the current world record holder, so, yeah. He's gonna give me shit for being bad. and rightfully so.
Let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet
Oh,
up.
Alabaster, brother! Underscores suck, but it's better than having a completely different
We've
name.
got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
Man, if someone finds Grunskip, then I'll give him more than just 20 bucks.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid
Ooh,
mouth.
there we go. Yeah. I could find a way to skip this fight. This whole shmup sequence. Oh, that would be the day.
But it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened.
This shmup sequence alone is basically one of the main reasons why many people who have quit running this game. It saps a lot of fun out of the run. Given that, the rest of the run is pretty fun, so I still do it.
I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
It's gonna work.
Go fund me. Find Grunskip. Do it.
9S is leaving the front lines. Proposal. 9S
Alright.
should be reported to command as a deserter.
No! He has a plan. Just hold on.
Yeah, no, this speedrun is a fantastic run in general, besides Grun. The game is amazing to play casually. It is amazingly broken in such a way that there's a lot of like skill involved in breaking the game and playing through it quickly. And got a lot of really cool tech. It looks good. It feels good. Except Grun. Grun just sucks in all ways. No, I'm supposed to pod program there. There. Got it anyway. Alright. Can we get this? Nice, we got it. Just one more of these. Yes, and it has a multiple choice option for waifus. And there is no wrong choice. Grunskip is our barrier skip, yeah. Someone find barrier skip for us. Just substitute the word barrier with Grun. Alas. Oh boy, I missed some. I guess if that's what it takes, I don't know if the series is quite popular enough to warrant a port 10 years in the future, though. I suppose we'll have to see. Nier or Drakengard in general does not nearly have the same amount of clout that Zelda does. Alright, that was a bit weird. Yep. Oh, that's bad. Alright. Nearly? Yeah, nearly. Alright, Grun's done. Now we get to go back and do fun stuff. Alright, cutscene skip. And Grun's dead. Look, he's dead. He's so dead. I'm gonna go for this, even though I haven't practiced this bit very much. So we'll see if that worked. Yes, it worked. So I'm doing these void outs right here. I'm gonna do another one in just a moment, because it actually turns out that getting respawned in the locations that we do is faster than doing the actual movement over there. A to Z race soon. Oh shoot, click on the game? Okay. Sorry for the mouse on the game screen. I need to do this for a keyboard mouse chat that's coming up in just a moment. I'll get the mouse out of the way as soon as I'm done. Alright, so the next area we need to get to is the copied city. It's where we fight Adam and, a spoiler alert, we also kill him there. In the casual run, the game tells you to go, oh my gosh. The game tells you to go get a scanner program. But you don't actually need that. You can just go straight there. And actually the clip is not required. Still got the clip eventually. It's a bit slow though.
What is this?
My apologies for the spaghetti.
This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon.
What's with the corpses?
So that clip I did just now is actually very precise. It's close to pixel perfect, if not pixel perfect. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 pixels worth of margin there. Yeah. So we're gonna do something called mansplaining skip now. If I can get this.
Religion. War. The more human
Oh boy.
records I unearth,
I'm losing time now.
the more charmed I am by their complexity. This city is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand.
So, Adam is kind of pontificating on us right now, telling us how much he wants to like kill everything because he has no real purpose in life. And we don't really feel like listening to him talk about all this death, doom, and gloom stuff. So there just happens to be a dialogue trigger right by the elevator here.
Did I realize the truth? The core of humanity.
And we can make the pod make him shut up.
They fight.
So,
steal, kill.
as soon as it's up. Alright. And that's actually a big soft lock right there if I actually go into the elevator. 2:30. That's not the estimate. I'll probably be done in about 20 or 30 minutes.
Let us embrace death.
I don't have time for you. I need
But yeah, entering that elevator is actually a huge soft lock in the game. We want to avoid actually doing that. Because what happens is, elevators in this game, or at least that elevator among other elevators, act as loading triggers. But the cutscene just now respawns us back into this position right in front of Adam. So if we enter the elevator, we unload the area, but then we are forced to come back here. And then we just fall forever. And so Adam is dead. He didn't live for very long, maybe about like an hour. So I'm talking to that person for a quick dialogue skip, otherwise we get a phone call.
Analyze current trends among the machines. Huh.
Yeah, I think Adam needs to find like better reading material or something.
Proposal. Procure information from the machine
Oh,
known
right,
as
I did the
Pascal.
6-0 thing, so the music's gonna be really funky now.
Pascal,
Alright.
can you hear me?
Oh, hello, 2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've
I don't
seen
even
any
know
new
where
trends or
Pascal is, he's
behaviors
just a
among the
ghost.
machines.
New trends?
This is Skype glitch at its best.
Well, 2 days ago, I was contacted by some machines that disconnected themselves from the network.
No
They
skill
wanted to
salves,
discuss
that's
the
right.
peace
Skill
treaty.
salves are for
No
chumps.
Apparently,
So,
they're seeking to
the
form
original
an
reason
alliance
we
of
did
some
that
kind with our
dialogue
village.
skip just
If
now
that's
was
what
so
they
that we
want,
could
why
shop
don't they
from
move in?
one of the vendors
They believe
there
they're
named
working
Devil
on
and
building a
Popola
colony of their own.
for
You don't
some
say.
items
Indeed.
that reduce
Apparently,
our
it's located in the
cooldown on the
abandoned
pod
factory.
program
I can give you the coordinates.
for a fight
if
we
you'd
do
like.
later.
Please.
Oh my gosh, that was
actually
bad.
planning to go speak with them myself, you know. Maybe we can meet up
Excellent, I
over there.
tapped that.
Sounds good.
Target location
But
data obtained.
we skip them now, or at least I do, because there are better options than just using pod program. Oops. Yeah. So we still save about 10 seconds of time doing that skip versus waiting around. I think it's actually more like 20 seconds, because if we read the mail later, waiting for that phone call, then we get here before Pascal spawns. Oh, right. Upskirt. Am I too late? There we go. Look, upskirt. I forgot about doing this. I'm losing a little bit of time there.
You enter the domain of God.
So, some runners like to take this time here, because they're just waiting for this guy to walk up and open the elevator for us. And they just self-destruct to blow off 2B's skirt, because we have the time. But, I don't know, I'm not dirty like those people. I like to play my video games with some dignity. Canera is saying things are free, yeah, I know. Alright, here we go. So we're about to enter into Factory. If you've ever played this game casually, you'll know Factory sucks a lot because the crushers that kill you in one shot are really annoying. But we do have a skip that takes us straight to the end boss called Soshi. So as long as I don't mess it up, we'll do some good stuff. And it also looks really cool. Here we go.
Hello. My name is Pascal. I'm here to discuss the peace treaty.
Oh yeah, the music's all screwed up because of a thing I did earlier. But it'll fix itself.
This is shady. Fascinating, though. I've never seen machines with such unique perspectives. I wonder if there's a way to collect.
Less talk, more running. 2B to bunker. We've had a run-in with hostile machines in the abandoned
Alright,
factory.
good fight.
The door on the other side of the room just opened. Let's check it out.
So that just there was, I just needed to kill a certain number of them. I don't think anyone's ever did a count, but it doesn't really matter. We just kill a lot, and we'll get the elevator to unlock. Oh, yep, what Canera said. So hopefully this works out. Oops, that wasn't good. Alright. Try that again. Alright. Come on. Alright. Good enough. So we're voiding out, because voiding out makes this elevator close again, so that we can enter the elevator and return back to the room we were before. It just so happens that room is at a very high elevation, from which if we go out of bounds from here, we're able to access the very end of the factory area. Now there's one thing we have to do before we do that, is grab a mandatory trigger right here, so this one's pretty scary.
The door's open.
Alright.
Keep moving.
So what I did there just now was a similar thing as the Flooded City skip. We grabbed the trigger and we were able to void out in time to come back up to the top. And now we're at the end. Ta-da! So no crushers, no nothing. Just factory's done. Feels good, man. This game is spaghetti. Heh. Bon appetit. The rest of this run is just basically boss rushes where I'm just killing things as quickly as possible. There's some movement involved, but that's honestly the coolest skip in the run, and definitely one of the hardest. Definitely
that Goliath we just
super fun.
encountered.
I got it. I've been keeping an eye on you. I'm gonna shut off power to the factory now.
Do it!
Factory system at 80% control. Hang in there, 2B. 90%.
Alright, so there's a music trigger here. I'm hanging out up here because I'm considered kind of out of bounds, but while I'm waiting for the shield to drop, there's nothing I can do to actually damage this boss. I'm just waiting for a music cue for when the shield drops. Alright, should be good. Good, he spun around too.
I just shut down the electrical grid.
Enemy shield deactivated.
Oh, don't be a long attack. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, this boss is now dead. I'm just waiting for him to drop his legs. And there you go. That's Soshi. Next, we'll be going through the factory again. If you remember from a little over an hour ago, when we were going through the factory in Prologue, we're going to be doing very similar movement. So it's kind of nice that we know our way around here. We haven't been to this section before, but it'll become familiar in just a moment. Ugh, damn. So yeah, Pascal's kind of going crazy down there. Sometimes does that. And we're at a factory. All the robots are dead.
Wow, that was certainly something. I had no idea such a vast space existed beneath the abandoned factory. I need to return and investigate as soon as possible. When I do, perhaps
I forgot about this thing. Oh well.
No thanks.
It's not gonna work anymore. I tried to do new movement.
I'm heading back to the resistance camp. What about you?
Oh, I'll probably wander back to the village. I have plenty on my plate there.
So if you're already actually familiar with the out of bounds that I did in the factory there, you may have noticed that I did a double jump before doing my pod launch. The reason for that is because of this auto lock on thing. But if you're not at the same elevation as the enemies that you're locked onto or something, I don't know, you're able to not be affected by that auto lock on and successfully do the clip.
Why are their numbers increasing like this?
Cause unknown.
Try contacting the bunker via laser relay system.
Affirmative.
So, finish the factory. Now we're entering the resistance camp, which is on fire. Turns out the machines decided to attack this place too. And this actually is this is my favorite combat of the entire game right here. The 2D segment. But we get to control as 2B. 2D, 2B. Oh man. So good. Alright. Pretty bad start, but let's get right on it. Some people really don't like this segment though. Oh boy. Hey. Hey you. What are you doing? That was pretty slow. 2D is better than 3D. Yes. Yeah, I had a bit of poor RNG there. So every time those machines die, there is a chance that they will take a long time to actually explode. And their corpses kind of get in my way and make it difficult for me to hit guys behind them. And that happened to me with 3 of those guys in a row. So that was pretty painful. Oh, this attack. Alright.
Platforms are converging on the area.
This is never
That was weird. Alright. I'm gonna get him. Okay.
The local machine life forms. Proposal. Destroy the Goliath.
We're gonna self-destruct here for some AoE and EXP.
2B, you okay?
I'm fine. Let's take this bastard down.
Right.
Alright, good strat. So this guy, the actual vulnerability area is above ground, so it becomes really difficult to hit him. But if we can lure him up onto this hill, we get a pretty good vantage point. And we just throw our swords and he dies. Alright, bye Canaris. Rip dignity indeed. If it makes us faster though, then it's worth it, so.
They're still coming? What do we do? There's too many.
2B? 2B, can you hear me? Our village is under...
Pascal? Come in, Pascal! Shit!
Oh, so the reason we self-destructed there was not to do any damage to the boss himself. The boss is already in his death throes. It was to kill all of the little robots that were around him.
Damn it! They're here too!
Nina! It seems the machines on the network have gone berserk. They've sealed off the entrance to the village and are trying to hold them off, but with these weapons, there's only so much we can do.
Let's take these guys out.
The fights are pretty spaghetti right now. Is there still a guy over there? Alright, this is core 2. It's like a snake thing, I don't know. But we wait for his thing to drop. And there is actually a strat to kill him before he even drops into snake form, or into ball form. But I don't know it.
The machines on the network all went berserk
That's
in a
world
state
record
mode.
pace
I
strats.
think the unit presiding over them may have gone
I believe Canaris is the only person in the world who is able to do the zero
If we
cycle
destroy
on
this
that.
presiding unit, will it stop the
Consistently
rest?
at least.
most likely, yes.
Pod, I need you to locate Eve's current position.
Location has been detected and placed on map.
We'll take care of Eve.
You just worry about keeping the village safe, okay?
Do be careful.
Alright.
Everything must
Here's Eve. He is really black. I don't know why. He like got corrupted or something. It's like really angry too. So we're skipping a phase here. Alright, good.
Alert. Massive energy signature detected.
What is it?
And we're gonna attempt to skip this phase as well.
Number of linked machine life forms.
He's absorbing the life force of whatever's left.
Hopefully I get it off.
Damn it! We'll never get anywhere like this.
So I'm combining the double damage exploit with slow-mo right now. It's a pretty tough technique to pull off. There we go.
From network functionality.
There we go. We did it. I've never actually pulled that off in a run, so that feels pretty good. Alright, let's kill this guy. So Eve is kind of flying around. He's really annoying when he flies around like that. So we have to bring the fight to him. Oh my god. Get over here.
Alert. NFCS destroyed. Close range combat no longer operable.
Oh boy. Ah! Oh boy. Alright, so this is the last phase of the fight. We're just firing him down. We've lost all of our sword attacks, so we're pretty useless. We're just hoping he doesn't move. Yeah, stay right there. Good boy. No, he's moving away. And I'm trying to stay right under him so that I can hit the cutscene trigger.
I must have been corrupted when Eve detached from the network.
And the time stops when we hit the cutscene.
It's okay.
So
I can always
this run's pretty much done.
data from the bunker.
Thank you everyone for watching. This was
The
a
you that
blast.
exists at this very moment.
And I'm glad I was able to show off this speedrun with all the cool new things included.
Data to the bunker. So
9S.
Nice. 13304 RTA.
please, 2B. I want you
So
to do this for me.
yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Just want to give a couple of quick shout outs. First to the Nier Automata community. You're all super cool and you're all like here. So yeah, hi. You're all super cool. Thank you. Also to Jong Durak. Special call to him. I actually didn't even find out about really long a Thon until he mentioned it to me one day. So this wouldn't have happened if it weren't for him. So yeah. And of course to Yokotaro, Platinum Games, Square Enix, all that stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for making this game. It's super good. So, would you guys rather see the cutscene or would you rather see the credits? Cause the music in the credits is pretty good. Pretty good. I also don't know how much time I have. Alright. Ask and you shall receive. Here we go. Enjoy the music, everybody. You did it! You watched to the end of one ending of Nier Automata. Now, here's my challenge to you. Go watch some of the other categories of this game, it's so good! I really wish I could have played this, the ending for you guys, but you know, if you want to see that, there are a couple of us playing this game, so if any of you are interested in running this game, we have a Discord. It is at discord.nearspeedrun.com. I'll put that in the chat in just a moment. Hopefully I don't get banned for putting links in the chat. Yeah. Join us. Join us. I'd like to reiterate, this is just the A ending speedrun. There are speedruns for E ending, as well as all 26 endings, A through Z. So, if you want to see some of those, come check them out. Oh, the DLC ending. We don't have a category for that, but if that's something you're interested in, and if you're willing to do the routing and stuff, I mean, by all means. There is no restriction on what kinds of categories you can run. This game has one DLC, which gives an extra DLC ending. A to Z doesn't go for that, it just gets endings A through Z.
We're gonna shout it loud, even if our words seem meaningless.
Dead children. Oh, that was interesting. All right, Zelnus, go for it. Thank you everyone for watching. This was fun. I think the song goes on for another minute or so I can end it. Oh, sweet. Alright. That was Nier Automata A ending. Thank you for watching. Enjoy JSRF, I think is next.
Boom, boom, boom. It's just like I'm gonna be. Click the download button, save Hodgepodge Capture to your PC, run the Hodgepodge Capture installation. Reboot your PC? I don't want to have to reboot my PC though. Like rebooting my PC would be really quick. I don't know. No, it's fine. I'll just stick with this then. Because I think I'm live right now. Hello, everyone. You want to say hello as well, Zano?
What's up, guys?
Right. I'll just do this. My game feed's probably gonna crash. I'm not gonna be surprised if it does. So just look forward to that. Alright. Let's just skip through all of this. Alright. Start this in a second. Alright. I'll do this. What's up? What's my? I think it's my numpad 0 to start the timer. Alright.